Steam store page says it's Windows only, so I'm surprised over here on GitHub there's not the, wait, let me check closed. Nope, no closed.
Closed won't fix.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another LinuxGameCast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I got to make jelly arms on Wednesday because I talked about jellyfin. Yeah, man. I finally released the jellyfin on ARM guide that I've been working on, Jordan. Oh yeah, together with you, Shatrealm Dynamic, watching this live, helping us form Cocaine Voltron before I get on that side, Jack.
Professionals, we've been doing this 14 years.
I got buttons, dude. ARM on jellyfin. Did you get a chance to look at the...
No, I did not. It's been kind of a nonstop week for me, but...
Crazy week, man. I put that out, I think, on Monday for everybody, because I was curious. I just got it in my head. I'm like, I couldn't find any guides online, and I'm like, can we get jellyfin working on an ARM machine with hardware acceleration? Then I'm like, well, I got an Intel Alder Lake N100 just sitting right here, too, and I'm like, how does... a rock chip compared to that? Jordan obliterated it. Obliterated it. Like transcoding performance. Like, what would you think, man? Like an x86 quad core modern N100 compared to a rock chip 3588.
One Rocky boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like, that's the other thing too, is that rock chip, like we talk about them primarily for making like CPUs, but their main thing was MP3 players and media players for the longest time. So I think like their bread and butter has been like encode decode. So I guess like it's unsuspected, but like not surprising, I guess, in that sense.
Well, I mean, like most people, you know, I said we're using QuickSync, right? For the Intel thing, set that up, let it run. And it wasn't doing too bad, man. I was busting down a 2160p consumer 4K to 720p because like that'll be a use, you know, for like a tablet or something like that. And Intel, dude, it was doing it at 93 FPS, which is not bad. That's faster than real time. You're going to be able to use that. It wouldn't even normally be a problem unless you had like 16 people in your house connected to the box. That might not be in your house, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're in the house, in spirit.
In spirit. Well, here's the rock chip.
Yeesh.
What I said, obliterate, not exaggerating. 93 for the N100 and 277 for the...
And this is with QuickSync too, yeah?
Yeah, this is with QuickSync.
Oof.
Annihilated it. Yeah. Also got the, SDR to HDR tone mapping working. So like your enchanted Cobra chicken, like looks like that instead of like that when you're watching because the one thing I didn't know, Jordan, was all modern 4K Blu-rays are HDR. So if you're ripping those, you need that. Or it's going to look washed out. If you got a bunch of stuff at home and it's washed out, you need to enable that. Make sure that's working.
Okay.
And I was
is that why the Game of Thrones guys fucked up when they made all those HDR episodes that no one could fucking see?
It's worse than that nighttime episode that we immediately all talked about. You're like, could you see anything in that?
Yeah, like what actually happened to that episode? I literally could not see.
Legitimately, like, opened my HBO app to watch it through that, because I was like,
I was in my old apartment at the time, and I was just like standing in front of the television because I need to like, what the fuck am I looking at? Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, dude, so it doesn't happen on rock chip. That's the important thing.
You can get it fixed, man. You can do that on the N100 as well. But I was happy to see that got positive feedback from ARM being developer. It was like, awesome. Love to see this. I'm glad somebody did it. They, shared it on social media. And then the maintainer of Jellyfin showed up in my YouTube comments, Jordan.
Oh, no. What does he say?
He said, love it.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he had a little bit of a explanation because I opened the video up. There's a guide. There's a video interfacing Linux. Go find it. Because once you get to like the ARM stuff, they're like, warning, this is advanced users only. And they just immediately throw like the Raspberry Pi 5 under the bus. They're like, don't even think about this, dude. And I'm like, fair. So, and I was like, well, it's a bit rough. He was like, dude, you have no idea. This is what go check out the YouTube comment. And he was like, somebody a couple of years ago was like making all these horrible videos saying that you could make it run good on like a Pi 3. So yeah, we just put the warning. I was like, don't bother with it. And he's like, thanks for putting that up. That's cool. So yeah. Armbean guys liked it. The Jellyfin maintainer liked it. So I'm going to say it's probably reasonably accurate. Okay. If you get an ARM box laying around.
Or, I mean, if you're just looking for like a $200 like Jellyfin server, yeah, you can get one of those like NanoPi R6S's. And
well, that's the thing. It works on a 3588 or a 3588S, which you can pick up for like $50.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Rockchip. Those chips are old now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, comparatively, like Rockchip's like, might release a new one eventually, but you're just going to deal with that, man. What's new with you, my man?
I got a new bed.
Ooh. Oh, did you get a mail order bed?
Oh yeah, well, I ordered it online and it did get shipped. That was an interesting.
I always
experience.
wanted, because I saw the people doing the videos of like the bed like that was in a roll, like, and they hit it.
Oh no, okay. So this is okay. So you made the same mistake that everyone else made when I told them this. I did not order a new mattress. I ordered a new bed frame.
Oh, just a frame. Okay.
Yeah, just the frame. Already, the mattress I have is still good. Yeah, I broke the old one.
Did you get the candle holders on the headboard?
No, this one actually has like a built-in like light, which I was not like super into at first, but it's actually really fucking convenient now that like. Now that it's in there, because like the brightness and the diffusion of it is good enough that like if you're walking around in the middle of the night and you need to go to the bathroom, like it gives you just enough illumination so that you don't smash your feet into anything on the floor.
Do you need like the constant light? Because I always do like the flash thing of like I'll blip a light in for just a second just to get the sonar visual layout of something, then I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know, when you have dogs and like moving targets in the room, that's a little, that math turns out a little different. But yeah, no, the fucking delivery thing. I got introduced to Jenny, the Ashley Furniture AI delivery assistant, and that's a fucking piece of shit. Cause like, okay.
You gotta wind that back a little bit. Like, what delivery AI? How do you get to the point where you have to deal with the delivery AI?
Well, you see, beds are large. They need to like send out a truck to like, deliver
so
it. It
doesn't just like coming through Amazon. Got it.
It's not. No, this is from like an actual furniture store.
Okay.
Because like we wanted like a nice proper like wood bed that will not break.
So you're straight up dealing with a money laundering operation. It's always interesting to see how they cover that up.
Oh yeah. So we ordered the bed. Yeah, and then I get a text message, and then I get a phone call, and then I get an email, all from this fucking Jenny AI, and they're like,
"Does it say Jenny AI?"
Jenny AI, yes.
Okay, you know what?
Jenny,
they get credit for at least saying,
"Yeah, I'm Jenny, the AI fucking assistant or whatever," right?
Are you Sarah Connor?
No, that's Sarah O'Connor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. But so I get spammed by this thing, and they're like, here, follow this link to like finalize your delivery instructions. And I click on the link, and it's a YouTube video. Funnily enough, people are responding in comments to the YouTube video saying, yes, I want my delivery on whatever the fuck day. So like the instructions they're just giving out are bad. The next day, I get a follow-up text from Jenny and a follow-up email from Jenny AI saying, hey, you never responded to me saying that you've confirmed the delivery date. And I'm like, I was never prompted to respond at all.
But we checked the YouTube comments.
I checked the YouTube comments, yeah. And so like I start like trying to respond to the box. It's like, okay, well clearly like Jenny GPT or whatever is just truncating the actual end response that she's supposed to give me, where it's like type yes for whatever, right? So I'm just like yes, whatever, a couple permutations of that. The next day, still haven't got your confirmation, and then I reply yes, and they're like, hey, you've been confirmed. So after dealing with AI stupidity, I got to deal with some organic, good old-fashioned meat stupidity. The delivery guys show up. I paid $150 extra for like they normally just like leave it in front of your house. I paid for they haul it up the stairs and assemble it for you, because I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that. It's you're
not 19. This is an IKEA.
Yeah, I really just want it to get done. I'm tired of sleeping on the floor. So motherfuckers are coming in and they're like carrying the bed upstairs. One of them has like a cell phone in his hand and is attempting to like have a phone call while moving furniture in my house. And I'm like, buddy, both hands on the fucking thing. I don't want you scratching my walls or knocking shit over. You're here to work. You're not here to like fucking talk on your phone. Like, I don't know. It seems like it felt like a very Karen thing to say, but also like, dude, don't fucking smash up my walls while you're delivering furniture in my house, right? Like, focus on the fucking task at hand. I feel that is a reasonable complaint to levy against a delivery person, right?
I mean, he's not making your food.
Yeah. So that whole ordeal. I have a new bed. It's very comfortable. I napped in it tonight, or before the show. Yeah, it's good. It's got a light, and hopefully this one won't fall apart due to rigorous lovemaking.
Hey man, that's what you got to look for. You should look into some handlebar attachments.
Yeah, well, it's got a nice sturdy headboard, and the wife's like, it's perfect for a hook for handcuffs, and I'm like, all right.
Hey man. Yeah. Now, I would have to imagine, I wonder if there's like any gaming headboards, so like Bluetooth and like RGB and shit. Oh, like dude,
I would want the one that it's like a TV that just kind of like folds over.
We all want the damn TV on the ceiling at some point in your life. I don't care. Everybody listening right now has thought about laying in bed and watching TV on the ceiling.
Did you? Oh, now I'm thinking of like, did you see the commercials for like the Dar El Salat like earthquake beds, the ones that like trap you in the coffin? Yeah. I want one of those with the integrated TV.
I know too much about software and electronics. No.
Yeah.
No.
I love that company's just a fucking patent troll. They're just like, yeah, we just file a bunch of fucking patents for insane shit in case someone invents it.
You never know, man. You never know. Speaking of insane shit, ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, good news. YouTube said people can get more sweary. So I guess the horse can just cuss up a storm.
Yeah, and you know what? The horse can also withstand a building collapse in event of earthquake because it's the Steam update.
Now I'm wondering. I want to like send him an email and be like, "Do you got one big enough for a horse?"
Do you make them for horses?
Yeah.
Like, well, I think it's like $40,000 a bed, so probably they will if you.
They just write back like, "Nay."
No, it was like $80,000, but sure.
Yeah. Steam trailers. That's our Steam news update.
Horse trailers, yeah.
For this week, man. Trailer player upgrades. So if you got a Steam store page, or, you're like me, you like watching the trailers, well, the Steam update, it's got a new video player, and it's amazing. Maybe.
Hopefully it runs like less butt, I think is the main thing.
Well, I haven't tried to pause the video yet. So I'm doing good. What you need to know about this, not a whole lot, man. They do want you to know that the original trailers have been reprocessed. So they're not going to look that bad. That's Steam's own words right there. They're like, yeah, it's okay. Unless you posted your trailer before 2020. That way they don't have the original like source thing that you submitted for the original encode.
Yeah, they just have whatever they have on their server.
Dude. So like that chunky looking Steam trailer that is already there is going to get bonus chunk on top of it when they.
Yeah, if your favorite game trailer starts looking a little extra crappy, maybe poke the devs to upload a new copy. You probably should anyways, so that people will like buy your game when they get your
dead in the eyes, Jordan, be like, you really think I got a copy of that later? That game was like 13 years ago, man.
Dude, yeah, it's like, well, start looking, motherfucker.
Yeah, have fun.
You want me to root around your basement some?
I never had a problem with the video play. Like it's looked okay. It's not like I've never watched Steam trailers full screen. I don't expect a cinematic experience when I'm on.
It has like the tiny non-scaling UI. I think that's the main one that it just like fixes the UI so that you can play it. You can like use it on any.
Oh, dude, they're jacking up the YouTube player too.
Oh no, not again.
Oh, man.
Not again.
As I'm perpetually, one of my YouTube accounts is perpetually trapped in the early A/B testing shit where I get to like bounce off this stuff like 6 months before it's getting a revamp. It looks all weird as hell, dude. It's completely different, dude. Like they've changed all the icons and where stuff is. I'm like, oh no, here it comes. So here's your free reminder.
Did they change all the play buttons to like match the new Google style guide? Does it look like a butthole now?
It's very round. Everything's like all nice and like flat and round.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Bring back the Flash player, man.
Yeah. Bring back interactive content. You had to like hit tab on a video because you could see like you could click on shit in the video and you'd get like other stuff.
Can we all just like round of applause for like the speaker icon and tabs?
Dude, I keep running into that fucking problem on KDE. I keep hitting the mute button on calls on the tab by accident because it's like it's right where I click it on the fucking taskbar. It enrages me constantly.
Ah, man, this next game might as well, man. Blast from the past. Shinobi.
Yeah, I never played Shinobo, man. Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. No, Mike Shinoda. Fucking shit, man. My brain is cooked. Shinobi. I never played that on the Genesis or the Master System. I believe it was mostly a Genesis game. I did play the one that came out in the 2000s for the PlayStation, which was like a 3D Shinobi, sort of like in the vein of Ninja Gaiden, in the newer Ninja Gaiden.
Seeing like a trailer of that, and I want to play that, but I didn't want to get a PlayStation.
It was fucking hard, man. It kicked my ass. This is a new version of Shinobi coming out from Sega and Lizard Cube. We saw them a couple months, or I think it was like last year. They're saying that they're gonna start putting out games with like their old IPs, Golden Axe, Shinobi, Crazy Taxi. So this is one of the first ones that are coming out in that sort of vein. It's done by it's very, 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 very Streets of Ragey. I played around with the demo for about 20 minutes. I got past the first boss and I got a little into the second level and I did one of the challenges and I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. But like, fighting feels really good. Like the combat system feels smooth. It does the sort of River City Girls thing where you gotta like unlock all your fighting moves. It seems like there's a bit of
buy a lot of them too, dude.
Yeah. There's a bit of a roguelike element to this as well. I don't know if original Shinobi had that. I remember in the PlayStation 2 one, there was like you did have to like explore the levels a bunch, but I don't remember how much like Metroidvania-esque backtracking there was. This game seems to have more of that because they have like the map with optional areas and you can like sneak around, find hidden secrets and whatnot. So I don't know.
I wanted to give this a shout out. It's a Sega game, so like, listen, you can't rule out a Linux port. The demo is Windows only, but it runs under Proton. And it, like Jordan alluded to, it's from the same team that did Streets of Rage 4. Oh,
it feels like it. The combat is like super great.
And the art, the animation in this is like, it doesn't come through in the video or the GIF. Like it is so fluid. It's,
the Foley is good too. So like all the hits like sound good.
Yep. It's got the right amount of camera shake. And I don't normally like, go on about like stuff like that, but like this thing hit all of my little tick boxes. And listen, I have not played Shinobi since I had a copy on, what was it? The original Mega Drive. I don't know why I put an ES in there. It was a 3-star one. Yeah. It was great. Had a fun time with it, but it has come a long way, as Jordan said, and I've never touched anything after that. So I was wondering, that's when you were talking about it. I'm like, are the modern Shinobi games, let me know in the comments, are they a linear experience? Like that one was, you just go through and defeat everything.
The OG Shinobi, because it was basically just like a Ninja Gaiden clone. Actually, I don't know what the timeline is.
That's what I was thinking, because I also had Ninja Gaiden for the NES, and I never could beat I beat the first boss as far as I ever got in that game. I was horrible at that game for some reason. But this just instantly clicked. I picked it up, I started playing with it. I got about like 25 minutes. I intentionally got to a checkpoint, close the damn game. I'm like, if I don't do that, I'm not getting anything done until I get done with this demo. I really do hope we get a version for Linux. If not, I will probably be burning $30 on it, because it looks like it deserves it, man. I love these types of games more than this reminded me how much I love these types of games.
Yeah, no, and like again, this team does like a really good job. I'm like,
we had a good time. Okay, listen, except for the critical flaw, like with Streets of Rage 4 only being 2-player online co-op.
Yes,
which did not prevent us from getting thrown out of that elevator.
This is true, and I guess like this is the other flaw for Shinobi, is that this is going to be a single player joint. Although I imagine you could probably like tack on a co-op mode, and that could be pretty fun too.
It could be, definitely could be. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. I know a little bit more about this, not for like secret thing. I just watched somebody who already had an advanced copy of it play a little bit of it, and there's an entire mechanic thing they don't even tell you in the demo. Like you, if you're not looking for it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, because it gets more awesome than it is. So yeah. There you go. I just wanted to give that a free shout out. Not sponsored.
I also wanted to bring up like when the intro the intro cinematic. I thought whoever is doing the voice there, they either got Simon Templeman or whoever is doing it is doing a really good Simon Templeman impression. Because I was like, holy shit, is that Kane? Do we have vampire ninjas? What the fuck? No.
It's great. Looking forward.
I actually, speaking of, I would love to see like a Blade game in this style.
Like, yes. Like done by this whoever these people are doing this, like they got it, man. They got what your kid brain remembered these games hitting like and looking like, and they just nailed it. So yeah. There you go. I watched I didn't get up early because I always get up like insanely early, but I made it a point to stop and watch the Nintendo Direct this week. As I do all of them.
You're hoping and wishing and thinking and praying.
I had my clown nose on, I had my colored wig, and I'm like, okay, let's get the lipstick on because maybe we'll see something about Silksong. And Nintendo's like, get wrecked. One can hope. However, this is not a repeat from a couple of years back when Xbox was like...
A couple months back, too.
Yeah, man. Hollow Knight Silksong will be playable at Gamescom. Xbox has confirmed this. This is like...
For real, you guys. For real.
Dude, if you don't know, Microsoft announced forthcoming trade show, and they said it's going to be there, along with like Grounded 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, a couple other things, but like Silksong is confirmed to be playable. Announced all the way back in 2019, as you know. I always try to keep track of it. I'm looking forward to playing it, but I never thought it was going to be this long. It looks like, this is going to be the year of the Linux desktop, and also Silksong will finally get released. But oh my god, Video Game Chronicles, chill the hell, like, dude.
No notification. Stop.
No, yeah, that was let me know your location.
Oh,
Video Game Chronicles. You don't need to know my location.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they do.
Like
shut up, babe.
Oh man, come on, just give me the first 6 digits. Dude, really want to see this happen. Team Cherry, if you don't know, like Hollow Knight is launched with Linux support. They did an update. It runs on Vulkan now. Great experience. One of my favorite all-time games ever made. This I'm super excited for. They completely burnt Xbox a couple of years back because they were part of a showcase when they were doing the Summer Games Fest. They showed a trailer.
It's coming out in a year, they said.
Yeah, their social media thing. It's coming out this year. That year. And their social media, because somebody asked them on Twitter, they're like, so everything, they're like, guaranteed everything's going to be up by the end of the year. And I was like, we waited and just nothing. So
I have a pet theory. Theory. In my life, I have established a relationship between more than one, illicit crime organization, not actively seeking it out, but it happens. And yeah, I suspect that, maybe development has stalled because the developers keep getting their like fingers and kneecaps smashed by like angry Microsoft employees for failing to meet deadlines. I don't know.
I don't think Team Cherry, because like they've told Nintendo to pounce, and I don't think they have any problem telling they bailed on Xbox, man. There's like, we do what we want. They made it very clear to get wrecked. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's done when it's done, which I can respect. Here's my crazy pet theory. I think there's an Easter egg in Hollow Knight, that there's a bet on the team that somebody has to discover. It's yet undiscovered, that somebody has to find before they agree to release it.
No, there's like some Frog Fractions asked like Hollow Knight 2 embedded in the game or something. Yeah.
That would not surprise me, dude. They're just waiting. They're like, nah, they're just not going to say anything about it. No. But hey, they did a good job with it. I'm going to be playing the snot out of that when it does exist. But
you made a claim the other week.
Oh, well.
Nobody uses ID Tech 4. And nobody puts
you
baby in a
looked
corner.
it up, and we found
there were a few.
Technically more than 0.
Yes, I named the dark mod, which you're like, no, that's a mod that doesn't count.
Yeah,
but it does now, motherfucker. It does now.
All right, fine.
It does
Fine.
now. It does
Fine.
now. This is from Blendo Games, published by Annapurna Interactive. This is Skin Deep, which is a first-person shooter that is effectively like a stealth game where you're running around in a spaceship trying to escape. It is basically the Dark mod in space, quite literally, because this is built on the ID Tech 4 engine. And it actually, in their, as such, it being GPL free, they had to release the source code. And in the attribution on their GitHub page, they mentioned that they do borrow some code from the Dark mod. And it's actually based on the DHEUM, DHEUM 3D source port of ID Tech 4. So this is from the folks that brought you Quadrilateral Cowboy, if you were a fan of that. The engine is open source. The gameplay assets are not, so you still need to purchase the game proper if you want the game files. But yeah, as I mentioned, ID Tech 3 was released under GPL 3. So they do have to release the sauce. Good on them for complying with the software license, unlike some people. I don't know. You check this out at all? No.
Blendo Games sounds very familiar. They've made something I've played, something I've owned. Yeah, Doom 3 Dark Mod, ID Tech 4, and Doom 3 BFG. Don't leave that out.
Yep,
so it's got code from all of those. I love seeing this. Like, I always give these people a shout out. Now, this is going to be handy if you want to play a. We got to play the good. Oh, nobody's opened an issue saying Linux support. Yeah, because the Steam store page says it's Windows only. So I'm surprised over here on GitHub there's not the. Wait, let me check. Closed. Nope. No closed.
Closed won't fix.
Yeah.
Right. Are they? Do they have issues open, or is this just the just the dump?
New issue. Yeah, whatever. All right.
No issues open. So like, yeah, doesn't look like anything. I think this is just a source dump. It looks like they uploaded this all about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have, right? And to make sure we're talking about like stop killing games and like game preservation.
Game preservation, man.
Doing stuff like this means that like your game will exist forever. Someone will be able to get it ported to another platform.
When it's like I'm not hating on the game at all, but a smaller title, lesser known title that nobody's ever. Well, okay, then you say nobody's ever going to bother reverse engineering. 20 years from now, somebody will be bored and be like, you know what?
Oh yeah, Vangers would like a word or some shit, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's like I follow this guy who's like, I completely decompiled Lego Island, dude. Like, yeah. I'm like, sure. But speaking about not sticking with licenses, oh man.
Oh yes, quack quack, shucky ducky. It's not me,
Where
Booker T. Washington.
What was the last emulator you got out? Like played.
Probably a Game Boy emulator, honestly. Yeah, it's on my phone. It's like I need to kill some time. I'm gonna play some Pokemon. But yeah, PlayStation 1 emulation. There are a few options. I personally use RPCX or PCSXR, which is the PlayStation 1 emulator. But there are other ones. DuckStation is the other popular one, and they have a bit of a problem. You see, they really just want you to download the app image from their Git repo, and Arch Linux people don't like that. They want things to be in the AUR. So some folks made a package for DuckStation, and they didn't do a very good job. They created some issues here, and instead of going to the package maintainers, most of these DuckStation users on Arch go to the DuckStation repository themselves and say, hey, I have a bunch of problems. To it, the DuckStation maintainer goes, well, this isn't our problem. You should use our packages. And they it seems like they've made a request to the Arch Linux package server, whatever that's called, to remove the DuckStation package, and they were not obliged, and so they just removed PKG build. They also removed the RPM spec file, so Fedora users get caught in the crossfire as well. I think that was just like as scooped up as part of like their PKG build thing, like builds the Arch package and builds this RPM. So like. Yeah, they probably just like, we're just going to remove this feature and everything related to it. So yeah, some Fedora users get caught in the crossfire. I don't know if they're necessarily guilty of it as well, but I believe this is the spec file that they produce for their build artifacts. So it would just be the one here. The other thing The other thing too is that DuckStation. I was curious, like, what is actually the license here? Is it like GPL? Is it blah blah blah? No, it is CC by NCND. That ND stands for no derivatives, meaning that you are only allowed to distribute unmodified code and releases. So the Arch Linux maintainers were definitely doing a no-no. And now a couple clever people might realize, hey, still exists in the source tree. We can actually like see the content of the file. Restoring them is relatively trivial. But this is here to make a point, because like, let's be real. The Arch Linux package maintainers here, they done fucked up. They violated the software license, and they could have offered to go team up with the project. They could have been like, yo, we really want to make DuckStation available on Arch Linux. We know you don't want to take on the support burden. We will take on the support burden. And we will just handle all of it. So if you get Linux related tickets, send them to us and don't think about it. And attempt to establish a relationship that way. They did no such thing. Instead, they did what a lot of distributions do. And like I wanted to bring this back to NVIDIA drivers for a second, because a lot of folks bring up, why doesn't Fedora just like ship the NVIDIA drivers, right? Why you can get them in Ubuntu, blah blah blah. There are workarounds. There are some distributions that just like ship them as part of the distribution. But the software licensing stuff exists for a reason. There's a burden of maintenance, and part of the agreements that establish this maintenance burden is part of the is the license itself. So yeah, we see a lot. There's like this tension between like repository maintainers and the people who like actually make the software. And sometimes there's overlap, but a lot of times there aren't. And here, I don't know, it feels like the Arch Linux maintainer was a little entitled here. They're not supposed to be doing this, and they just created a bunch of fucking problems for these guys.
Yeah, like one thing you could do is like, roll it back before the license change. Because that was relatively recent. It's like in the last year.
Well, okay. Sure.
Yeah, before that, it was like GPO. So if you wanted to do something like that. And like, even remember Fedora got in a slap fight with OBS with a whole flat pack and thing. And they're like, that was craziness, man.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a tension because like...
And it's the same reason, because they were getting, OBS was like tired. Like, we're tired of fielding support requests from something we had nothing to do with. And I get that, man.
But it's this weird thing because like, as Linux users, we're trained, go get your software from your distribution's repository, right? Like that is generally the best way to install a piece of software 100%. On your Linux distribution of choice. So like from the Arch Linux user perspective, like, no, I'm installing a piece of software the way I should. But now I remember reading an article that like GitHub is now the primary means of software distribution on the internet.
That's a lot of saving web pages.
It is, but like it is also, but like again, the distro maintainers aren't the ones building the software anymore, or they are, but they're not the ones who are like packaging it and making it like available, right? So I don't know how like I don't have a solution to this. I think it's just interesting that we're starting to see more of this as like software is being distributed outside of like the standard Linux distro channel. And how do you like maintain that tension where I want to have a certain release velocity, I want to have only these sorts of packages, and I'm only interested in supporting these, versus like before it was like, well, no, before you didn't care about that. Apache didn't make their own packages. Fedora and SUSE and whatever made the packages for that. Otherwise you'd have to compile it yourself, right? So I don't know.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with like it's going to be an annoyance if you have your code publicly available. It's on GitHub and where people can look at it, and you got an issue tracker open. You're just going to deal with this. Like, I don't think there's a solution there other than been like, hey, man, just have that copy paste canned response ready to go. Like, I don't support things built.
Better communication is always the solution, right?
Yeah.
Like.
There's like, like you see things like, you're like, can I give the time to like educate? You're like, that would take too long. Just be like, hey man, we don't support that. But the AUR is a little bit different too, because like that's a
bit of a wild
user
west.
Contributed.
Yeah.
And that's wild. Like a lot of people, like they,
Dude was threatening to like straight up remove Linux support if people kept like kept filing bugs, right? Like
he also says grep Wayland. Don't grep Wayland. Oh boy. He's been fighting with Wayland. And the Flatpak is kind of.
Use the app image. Use the app image.
He's like, yeah, try the app image. I've used the Flatpak on ARM, and like it worked out of the box. I was like, because I was just doing it as like a test experiment, and like it fired right up, and I'm like, that's dope. Had all the acceleration, everything was working. I'm like, awesome. I think GL was working. Vulkan wasn't working for that, but good enough, man. Yeah, get the app image. It's DuckStation. You probably got it installed as an app image anyway, just floating around. And don't recommend app image. Good Lord, me and Jill, we talked about it on Weekly Daily Wednesdays one time. Somebody had come up with a apt repo for apt images.
Yeah, the centralized one.
Yeah,
the guy like, was not a fan of that. I remember that.
Dude, he like went on and went on. I'm like, you just need to shut the hell up, bro. Like, it's just people talking about a podcast, like about another project. Sawed off. And he did. But apparently he's that type of person. You know, yeah, I didn't feel special after doing a little look. I was like, no, he just pop solving everybody. All right, got it.
It was your turn that day, I guess.
That's welcome to being online, man. They're coming. They're coming, dude. WCF Tech has a very interesting article that something I think, I don't know if I've said it on the show, but I've definitely brought it up like in pre-show, post-show. We need to keep our eyes on, and that is the Chinese GPU market. And this is talking about the Moore's Thread MTT S90. Maybe when it comes out, man. Eventually, when it shows up. Now, reading through the original article, I mean, it comes across as a little bit of like wishful thinking mixed with heroic levels of extrapolation, but it's very interesting nonetheless. Very interesting, at least kind of interesting, since this is, the consumer version of the GPU, the architecture that this is based on, the MTT S90 is, if it ever releases, because it was like announced like 2 years ago, this is where it could get, I think this is the line in the sand. Why? Because it's matching the performance of a 4060. And like, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about something matching the performance of like a 3DFX card, right?
It was a GTX 660, which is not a Fermi. I think it was like the generation before or after. But it was like an older card from the mid 2010s. But it was also running at like a much lower clock speed with a much lower TDP.
It was like an engineer example.
Yeah. But that one was not Moore's Threads. That was another one. This one we've heard from a while ago. They had released what was it? What was the thing called? It was like the N2 or the A2 or something. MT 4000.
But they got the S80 out.
Yeah, it was like the S. Yeah, I think that's what it was. The
another company's bullshit naming schemes.
Right. I don't look forward to this, but it did not perform super well previously, and that was apparently due to lack of driver optimizations. Apparently, they've optimized the fuck out of the drivers, quote unquote, and that is the result of the increased performance here. Yeah. Okay. So they have a couple of benchmarks. So this last one. Okay. So I figured it out. This took some conferring with a Chinese friend of mine.
Go check out the pre super shows, but yes, there's an entire like block.
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. The Cliff's Notes version is that if I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of it, but the text there, the Chinese text, the simplified Chinese says Yuyudashi, which is a typo apparently, because there is actually a piece of software, benchmarking software in China called Ludashi, or Master Lu, which is sort of like a 3D Mark competitor in that space. And so this is the benchmark from Ludashi for that. And like I was reading through the benchmarks and I'm like, I don't know what this thing is. And I Googled it. And when I did the translation on Google Translate, it's like, it's Entertainment Master. This is not helpful. So I Googled that, and it didn't give me anything. It gave me like something for a card game. And so I talked to my buddy who's Chinese, and I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? He's like, I have not seen this in this context. And then he's like, I think this is a typo. I think what they actually mean is this, which is a benchmarking software. And I'm like, that makes a lot more sense. But they did try a couple other games as well. It was, what was that one called that we thought it was? It was Fire or something?
Oh, the new one. The new Souls, like everybody's playing Nakara Blade Point.
Yeah, Nakara Blade Point. That's the one. And they had another battle royale that they tested as well. And like, yeah, the performance seems good. I guess like,
well, for the audio listeners, like if we're looking at like 3D Mark Firestrike Ultra, which is something everyone, no matter what you're running, you know the Firestrike stuff.
Where's the fuzzy donut though?
Yeah, right. Furry donuts, baby.
For Mark.
The S90 is at the bottom, not doing too great, below the 5060. But if we come up to Steel Nomad, which is another benchmark, 3D Mark as well, it is above the 4060 and it's tied with Battle Mage, the B570. Oh, where this really does get interesting, as I've been trying to get like pricing information for these things. These cards are like, once you do the conversion, they're like $200.
Right, and like that's kind of thing. Like all of those performance metrics taken with a giant boulder of rock salt. But like if they can stick the landing, if they can like get something out there for like competitive, like in 4060 territory for like $200, like yeah, that's some sales.
It is. And like when I'm talking about like wishful thinking and extrapolation, the S90 doesn't exist. It doesn't.
It's like a workstation card engineering sample or something.
Yeah,
right?
this is what the guy got his hands on was an S4000, which is like their AI accelerator card. Mm-hmm. So like whatever the S90 is, it's going to be a cut down version of this. But then again,
it's the same archecture. It's same chip sort of. Yeah.
Oh, this is what we got to keep our eye on because a lot of people, myself included, were like, Intel, you're going to be our only hope. Now we're like, Intel might exist in 10 years. Things have changed. The market's messed up. AMD, NVIDIA, we said it multiple times. It's kind of poo-pooed on the consumer market. Don't worry. They'll be your BFFs once the AI bubble pops. You're like, hey, listen,
price GPUs.
We got 2 AAA pack-in titles for the
we got DLSS 5.0 now.
That's
go buy some new cards.
We're all friends. And most people will be like, we loved you too. We missed you. But Player 3 is probably going to come out of China. I don't know if it's going to be Morse Thread or whoever.
What if EVGA starts making some of these cards?
I love it. I'd love it.
That would get some butts and seats for sure. They're like, oh, EVGA is back, huh?
Yeah. I think about that, man. I think about that as somebody who, this show is being brought to you by EVGA, hashtag not sponsored. My 3060 is I torched this card. They thought I was a madman when I bought it, the 3060 12 gig. Like, why would you ever? And who's laughing now? But it is in desperate need of a repaste. The thermals on that thing is getting dodgy, and I'm like, I want to ring up EVG and be like, hey, man.
Okay, what kind of thermal group do you use on your old video cards?
You'd be like, you guys like got a one to swap out or something, maybe? It's EVGA, dude. If the same people are there, they'll probably try to hook me up or give me a discount on like something. But yeah, that's wild. That's wild. But I do think that's going to be our Player 3, at least in the consumer market, moving forward. And it was kind of funny, man. We were talking about this on Wednesday. I just brought this up and I'm like, hey guys, look at this. Because it's fascinating. You got to keep your eyes open where you're coming from. And I think Arthur, valid concern. He was like, well, I mean, it could have like embedded, like, spy stuff and stuff like that, right? So like,
just like every Intel CPU?
Well, this week, China's bringing NVIDIA to court for a hearing for having spy stuff in their AI accelerators.
Well, like I remember a while ago, there was like an article about how you could like dope CPU manufacturers to like fuck up their RNGs to have them like generate predictable random numbers, and like it's basically undetectable. Like
we have no idea. Like that stuff gets so deep. Like I still like maybe not once a week, but I still think about how we dodged that. What was it? The SSH? Was it SSH or the?
Heartbleed, the SSL bug.
Was it the SSL? The decompression. It was decompressing slow, and the multi-staged one. Somebody will catch it.
Oh, you're talking about that, like the Giaton test thing. Where like as it executes the test, it builds the malware based on like yeah.
That was crazy, man. All right, Jordan is going to educate us on somebody who's cooler than both of us.
Someone who's smarter than both of us, let's be frank. Okay, so this is a warning. This is from the Meister.net. The links to all this stuff is in our show notes. This is what happens when you get bored and you start looking at your old university thesis code. So this is a write-up about PyroWave, which is a site-to-site low latency video codec, which this guy documents his process of taking his old codec that he wrote for his master's thesis, Pyrowave, and updating it to be a very low latency codec. Now, I learned a couple things. Number one, I learned about PyroFling, which is a utility for capturing output from Vulkan applications if you want to replay it or do sort of analysis like this. So if you're a graphics programmer, might be useful for you if you haven't heard of it. And the rest of this shit is just so fucking above my pay grade. I tried my best to read through it and parse it and look up stuff I went.
You were just talking about discrete wavelet transforms the other day.
Right, yeah. But like, so the cliff notes, as far as I can tell, is if you drop motion prediction, implement minimal entropy coding, and implement discrete wavelet transformations. So these are all techniques that have very, very niche applications in this highly specific application of trying to send bits from one computer to another over specifically a local network for the lowest latency possible game streaming. And suffice to say, it does an okay job. Apparently, the VMAF benchmarks, which is the Video Multi-Method Assessment Fusion metric, which is developed by Netflix, seems to really like this new codec. You can run it through FFmpeg, and yeah, I guess that's basically it. It strips out all of the other things that a lot of codecs use for like more general purpose video, because like this is literally just, I want you to sling bits from one end of the network to the other with a high but fixed like budget, and yeah, minimal latency. Read. Yeah. Are you drunk, VMAF?
Very drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, VMAF seems to really like this codec. So
Expedition 33. I just love the idea.
Has a bit of trouble with Expedition 33.
Does, but I mean, this is the same vein of like, yeah, I went home over the weekend and wrote my own OS. I mean,
right.
Yeah. Like I'm going to make my own low latency video codec and execute on it.
Apparently Stellar Blade has an easier time because they blur the backgrounds, and that's like a lot easier for the codec to chew on.
All right.
Yeah. So I don't know, something to think about if you're looking at implementing these sorts of codecs, right? The game aesthetics do have an impact on the performance.
I mean, you got to imagine after publishing something like this, your LinkedIn is going to be wild, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Someone from Netflix or NVIDIA or AMD or someone's gonna be like, "Hey,
they're
how
like,
are you doing?
You're hired. Like, there's no, just come in. You're good." Street Fighter 6. Oh man, I was watching a little bit of Evo this week.
Is that going on right now?
Yeah, Evo Las Vegas, man.
Okay.
Going on, watching the people. Like, I'm more interested in like the big chunky fight sticks everybody's got, man, which are just wild and crazy. But yeah, this is great. I mean, there's still room to improve. AV1 is not the end all be all, neither is HEVC. All video codec stuff is absolute Scandinavian witchcraft. It's insane, the stuff that is involved with it. And
gave me a headache reading through this, so yeah.
You think about like the hardware encoding on top of that. Like, then you got to get the silicon to push it where you're not doing everything on the CPU. But yeah, there's a GitHub page with all the information tied to it. Now, big surprise, everybody. IGN has put out something useful, which is maybe a little bit of a surprise. What do you think?
It's been a while. Yeah.
It's been a minute. Like, since the last time you said IGN and useful.
I don't think I've ever said IGN and useful in the same sentence.
Well, if this is
unless it's prefixed by not useful.
Not
the
useful.
Word not.
There's a modifier in there. The year of the Linux smartphone is what we need to start aiming at. According to this report, the 2025 gaming trends from IGN Entertainment, which you got to believe, man. So IGN's able to pull their survey data from the 500 million monthly visitors across 110 countries.
Sure, that's a sample size.
Yeah, it's IGN. I was like, all right, you know what? You could probably get something out of that. They break a lot of this stuff down over at GameIndustry.biz. This is something like anybody can sign up for and like participate in as well. What really stood out to me was something I've been saying, but it's not like I'm predicting anything. Just like looking around and seeing what people are actually doing is Gen Alpha. And according to Wikipedia, that's aged not from 14 years old. So they don't give a hot damn about playing on anything but their mobile devices. And I'm talking 93% of them saying that's their preference. Like, hey, you want a game? You're like, yeah, give me my phone.
I do wonder though, like how much of that is just like parents will shove iPads into people's kids or into their kids' hands like at a very early age. Yeah, no, it's that early fucking capture, man. They got them. Cigarettes wish they were that effective, right,
dude? Millennials, you're less guilty. Only 32% of you said, yeah, I want to give them my tablet. And my,
I wanted to wheel it back to the Gen Alpha thing though. Okay. I am loath to talk about like these generational things because it is literally just like marketing buckets for the sake of selling people things. But when you brought up the age thing, I'm like, well, the kid is 15 and he spends a lot of time on his PC, so I guess he kind of falls out of that. Mm-hmm. But then I remember he shits on the Gen Alphas. He's like, they're weird now because he's like the ass end of Gen Z, I think is
the damn kids these days.
Yeah. So it's interesting sort of seeing that transition of like, I ask him about something, he's like, that's baby shit. I don't know anything about that.
Do, yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, man. How might he have fallen? This is pretty wild though. A couple other things in here are pretty interesting. Over 200,000 games have been made with the Unreal Engine Fortnite creator thingy that they released. Mm-hmm. Which, is their own version of like we could Roblox too.
Yeah, the Roblox studio.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they got to get into that child labor racket somehow, right?
Got to, man. Got to get some of that extra cheddar. And like Roblox is not necessarily like a game. It's more of a it's Gary's mod.
Yeah, it's Second Life. It is
a development platform.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like Roblox, like their monster thing is something called Grow a Garden. Never heard of it. Like completely out of touch with that. And like that is like millions upon millions of people play that. So another thing that was kind of interesting though. They don't the kids, they're not identifying as gamers. Like I don't know if I've ever like stuck that label on me. I've always been like I like video games, but I'm hesitant to
gamer has definitely these days has a connotation.
It does, but I mean it always has. Like,
yes,
it's never been like, hey, everybody, but I tend to bounce off anyone who has like my identity's based on this one thing, And I'm like, ooh, that's a red flag.
Yeah. So, well, it was, yeah, to your point, like, people don't like, apparently the kids are not saying, oh, I'm not a first person shooter gamer, I'm an RPG gamer. It's no, I'm specifically a Fortnite gamer, or I am specifically a Roblox gamer. And I guess that makes sense as well because I forget who it was. I think it was one of the Fortnite people saying like their biggest competitor isn't other video games. Their biggest competitor is Netflix because it's about the attention economy right now. And so, yeah, when we were growing up, games were definitely a lot shorter. Sure, they had like the 50-hour games, but like odds are 15 hours was probably like the cap of a game that you might play. And that would be considered like a long one.
An incredibly long one.
Yeah,
depending on like where you're talking. Like to me, when I start like my gaming career, started like with legitimately like the NES and the Mega Drive.
Right.
So
and I think for me, it's like a PlayStation 1 game length is about what I think a game should be about.
That's what you would expect. At least like 10 hours, maybe 20.
Right. But that's not how things work anymore. No. Now it is, we want you to be in this game and only in this game. That's why stuff like Roblox and the Fortnite Creator Network work, is because they want to offer you a lot of experiences within the game so that you don't leave. So again, given how the industry has like moved, this makes sense that like people who are just completely net new, who were raised in this, were siloed, and this is by design, right? Like,
well, we even had these options. Like this, the idea of this is nothing new because I immediately, when you say that, I think about like Minecraft. Like what people build in Minecraft is like completely unhinged. Like they have their own, experiences and stuff. And to our generation, more Gary's Mod. Like the people view that's what Gary's Mod is. It's a creation engine.
Or like the StarCraft map editor, or like making Doom levels and stuff, right? Like or Quake levels, right? Like. Yeah, they which like again makes people into programmers because and software developers because you need to start developing understanding to do this of like how software works. In this, you have a bunch of tooling. You can use the Fortnite native tooling.
Jordan, we need a study on how vibe coding has affected the Roblox code quality.
We already have a bunch of studies on how vibe coding is affecting like actual code quality. It's not very good.
Come on, man. Just wait until Claude 32 and
just keep feeding GitHub information into it, right? Like
that'd be great. Yeah. Another thing they brought up is something we're very aware of, the nostalgia in UIP. We're talking about Shinobi. Like, oh my god, it's Shinobi. And here we are.
We're the only two who give a shit about Shinobi, basically.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, does that get in the way of new IP? I don't know, man. Like, they bring up, Split Fiction, Black Myth Wukong, the later, like, peak it at like over 200. Like, people are still playing the new games, man. It's the nostalgia. You can cash in nostalgia, but like, it's not.
It's not predictable in a way that like the marketing executives would like to have you believe, right? People crave novelty, like
people new. We were talking, you were talking like indie titles, right? The new stuff, the niche stuff that we're like, oh, that's great. And another thing is we're seeing an explosion in Korean, Chinese, and Japan's always kind of been there, man.
Yeah.
But like Korea and China, like with Black Myth Wukong and Gara Blade, but all these titles coming out, and you're like, people are buying the hell out of them, man. Like,
there's entire other fucking countries with huge game industries on their own, and we have like zero exposure to what's going on there. Crazy. But I mean, we all knew that everything's going to mobile, so it's not going to be the year of the Linux gaming desktop. It's going to be we've already won. We're on Android. I'm counting that. Android users, you're all Linux users. Deal with it. Whether you like it or not.
Too late. There's no way to redeem that.
You're not GNU/Linux users, and that's the new important distinction.
Yeah.
I only use busybox.linux or busybox/Linux. Thank you very much,
dude.
Moozle or bust.
If I got a terminal open on an Android device, I'd fuck something up, man. Or I'm always it's always a desperate situation because it's usually me trying to SSH into something from a damn Android device because I don't have access to anything better at the time. And SSH terminal, it sucks even with a terminal keyboard.
Yeah. The only time half the time I open up a shell in Android is either because like, it's either to remote into something, or B, it's I want to do something. I don't want to have to install an app to do it. And I know how to do it in Bash relatively quickly. So I'm just going to write a quick Bash script on my phone.
Norse Ranger said apparently Grow Garden is a farming simulator. Huh.
And not a drug farming simulator. Got
it. I'm a drug farmer.
Grow up simulator, right? Grow up garden.
But I'm going to go plant some PCP. Shut up. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need
to water some LSD. Maybe you'll get a new drug come out, right? That's how plant hybridization works.
Yeah, listen, these are all free-range drugs. Shut up. Go away. Single source.
Let me just get you some fentanyls out of my fentanyl bush.
Yeah, it's great, man. Get co-op, fentanyl co-op. Yeah. All right, have fun with that, YouTube. You're gonna have a blast. YouTube's supposed to be getting a little bit cooler though with the like cussy bits. I'm like, well, we didn't care to begin with, so we're just still not okay. We're just gonna talk like.
Oh no, we're not gonna get the good ads. We're gonna get like the what ads do you hope run over this? Because you're gonna get ads regardless. They just do it now, even if you like don't turn advertising on.
I don't know who they're targeting. That's how I feel about YouTube ads, because every now and then I will see an ad on YouTube because on the Vivaldi browser, I'm not logged in to my main account, which I got YouTube. What do they even call it? Premium? Yeah.
It's Red like Premium.
In the upper left-hand corner.
YouTube Predator Badlands. That one, yeah.
And, but I'll see an ad and it's like always something like not even like even tech related. It's like, here's a home appliance button. I'm like, okay, sure. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what type of ads. All right. That's going to do it. If you don't want to get ads, you can become a Twitch subscriber. Wait, we don't have ads. We do the early pre-roll stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're just super awesome, spend one of your Twitch sub prime things. That'll get you access to the Discord. Just like if you head over to LinuxGameCast.com, go watch Weekly Daily Wednesdays. Me and Jill talk about the Snapdragon support, heading into Linux, finally a year later. Looking forward to that. But You can tap that support button, fam, and that'll take you over here. Shenanigan Financing, if you want to come and party with us, be one of our beautiful party patrons. Get your name in the credits. You get the, a dedicated video version of this show. Not even on YouTube. You don't have to go to YouTube to get the show. You don't have to worry about YouTube DLP. You get the live and uncut version of the show in a podcast format. You get the pre super shows, and where you can hear Jordan as I'm sitting there going, dun, 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 like that as Jordan's communicating with his friend, like solving a problem, like in real time of like, what the fuck is this?
Well, yeah, it was a fucking typo in the article,
We're
right?
about to go to print. God damn it, we got to have this. Yeah.
Well, it was bugging the fuck out of me, right? Like, I'm like, what is this thing?
Like not knowing what you are, damn it.
Right, like, is this important? It's like, no, it's a benchmarking software, but if it was a game, like, I'm like, I don't know, what does this game look like?
Probably, like, ironically enough, LinuxGameCast, the only accurate reporting on the entire damn thing, like, in the English language.
Oh,
like,
boy, yeah.
Yeah. We also discuss tech journalism in the pre super shows. And, yeah, come hop in the Discord, come say hi. Come play Trackmania with us on Tuesdays and Fridays, man. It's getting wild. It's getting unhinged. We got a good team. Tuesdays, we do Tracksman Freshness. It is just fun. If you like escape rooms, if you like group puzzle solving, it's the perfect game. Don't let the racing Trackmania car thing throw you off. And if you're super into that, come play with us on Fridays, or just come stop by. Sample it over on YouTube at TM2
A little
Crew.
aperitif.
Yeah. The RPG stuff is, dude, we ran into the thing, Jordan, that I hate when I'm doing it, but where we just we just call it a hockey stick, or part of the RPG map, which is, puzzle, but you're doing it in a car. And just, we're doing good. We hit that, and we're there for like 20 minutes, and we go into what we call Raptor mode, which is a throwback to the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park fighting the electric fence. We just start driving around, smacking into stuff, trying to figure it out. And then somebody goes, it's the thing that's been in front of us this entire time. And I'm like, God.
Yeah, every time. It's like, and this happens to me constantly in games. I'm just like, okay, I'm just too stupid to understand this. Like, clearly the game is giving me direction, and it's just not working.
I like it on the one-on-one. It just hits different when you got a team of people working on it in voice chat and like driving in real time.
That's kind of like it's the Portal thing too, where he's like Portal co-op, where you're like trying to solve
bouncing it back.
Like, he's like, oh, I figured it out. Yeah,
that's said after motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, God damn it.
It's a good feel. It's rough when you do it. It makes good entertainment, and it's good for your brain. So if you want to do that on Tuesdays and Fridays, and you can come play if you want. You guys are still rocking and rolling with the
Baldur's Gate. Yep, it was just me this week. We finished up the the Trials of Shar. Well, I finished up the Trials of Shar. There's a platforming segment in Baldur's Gate 3. I just like it.
How does the difficulty scaling work? Like if it's just one party, 2-person, 3-person, 4-person?
So they're like, it's all like everything is balanced for a party of 4 players. So like, it doesn't matter if you have computer or like human players as your 4 players. You're either controlling multiple characters, or each person is like controlling their own.
Okay.
Or like some combination of.
Right. That makes sense. Because I watched what was the multiplayer Dark Souls Night Rain?
Yeah, Elden Ring Night Rain. Yeah, that's what
they patched it with their first update, but the original one, if you were playing single player, there was no difficulty scaling. So like all the enemies were like, and the speedrunners were all over. They're like, we're gonna do it. And they're like, oh, they patched.
I remember hearing about that. They got their dicks rock hard. But anyways, we're coming close to the end of Act 2. And hopefully moving on to Act 3, which is the part of the game I haven't been to because I stopped playing in Act 2 in my own playthrough. So
you did.
Yes, I did. Because it was like there was a thing where like there's the decision point where it locks you in afterwards, and I did it, and I'm like,
do you walk through those like in normal games? Because usually that's deep enough in the game where I'm like almost over the game as just being the game. Like I want to finish it. I'm like, fine, let's go. I can't. I'm trying to think of like any time I've like been like, no, I need to go back and like.
Yeah, this was the specific thing where it's like, because I didn't do it, like a bunch of people died, and I'm like, I didn't want to do that because like a few of them had quests that I wanted to like finish the end of. So it's like, I'm like, do I want to go back and like figure out how to like correct that? And then I just never did. Right? Okay. You know how it is. Yeah. But no, it's good. We're keeping on. Yeah, keep at it.
We're gonna rolling right here on Twitch on Thursdays, 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30.
7:30. We'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna do us for this week. Thanks for hanging out. You get a chance, come check us out live, 8 p.m. twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast. And over on YouTube, you can just type in the channel's that old /LinuxGameCast.
Yeah, I brought that up. We don't have an at. We used to have a plus. We used to have a plus.
God damn it! You know what, dude? I can't bring myself to delete it. This is the weirdest fucked up sentimental thing I have. Is I have in one of my email folders, one of my Google in the trash folder, I have a notification from Google Plus.
Oh,
and I've just left it there. I'm like,
memories like the corners of my mind.
That brief moment where we're like, hey, Google's not being Google, right? Like, we're gonna kill it.
We're gonna make nice things. We're gonna fully integrate everything, and then we're gonna strip it all out.
Dude, talk about like getting to the point. Oh, well, they're tying everything into this. This is going to be the new bye.
Yeah. I was so mad when they killed the messenger app. It's like, we're no longer doing SMS. That was the best fucking feature.
It was like the one they for a week there, it was the everything app. Yeah. They were like, you had a captive portal for like everyone. And it worked with YouTube. It worked with all the other fucking shit. Yeah, like it was great. But it wasn't doing Facebook numbers, so they had to kill it. Yeah. They couldn't find a way to whatever. Time to cue the music on that bombshell before we like I said, you can find us 8 p.m. right here on Saturdays. Come check Jordan out 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays. Trackmania on Tuesdays and Fridays, different times. Linux Gamecast has got everything on the TM2 page or on our schedule. And, of course, weekly daily Wednesdays at LinWDW on YouTube. Give that a like and a subscribe. Me and Jill will be there at 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. Come say hi. People are starting to show up on the live streams over on YouTube, which is weird because, like, YouTube doesn't tell anybody. There's no way to find a live stream on YouTube. You gotta like ring that bell.
You gotta know, yeah, or see the red dot.
And then sometimes it might tell you about it in a notification a week later.
Oh, I hate when it does the red dot. Like, oh, this guy's live. No, they were live like an hour ago.
See, this is why I don't put the red dot on my damn thumbnails like some assholes do. Because I've clicked on that. I'm like, this isn't live. Anyway, get in touch with me. I'm Vince Stone everywhere. Twitter, Mastodon. What else? Blue Sky, yeah, all
Threads, yeah.
You know what? I got one for interfacing Linux, and just whatever. That's all I'll say. Speaking of interfacing Linux, that's how you can chat with me if you've got problems with your audio, video, all that stuff. You want to talk about Linux, multimedia production, working on stuff like that. Interfacinglinux.com. We got a forum set up. Come say hi. What were you saying, man?
Do we have a space hay for LGC?
A space? I got a space hay.
Yeah, I know you do, but yeah. Anyways, I'm Jordan. Do not fucking install me on Arch Linux. Don't fucking do it. It's against my license, and I'll come to your house and do nasty things.
And I'm gonna fork you.
Yeah. Follow. You can get my app images on Blue Sky at frojo@bsky.social or on Mastodon at frojo.mast.linuxgamecast.com.
Time for last week's credits, because I just remembered I didn't make the new ones.
Whoopsie poopsie.
Sorry, Ozzy, you gotta die again, bro.
Yeah.
My bad.
Bring him back just to kill him off. You know how I do.
We played an Aussie track this week, that Aussie dedication track. It was kind of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was nice.
No more tears. Well, we got to thank our advisors, Artheron. We got to thank our executive producers, Barbara Ram, Scott, Atomic 1234 drummer, Matargos, and we got to thank our little Nicky fans, Eggy, Empty, and Basil.
Sea Monsters, John, Dirty Dean, Angel, Dementor, System TRL, Rider X Machina, Nema High, Veritanuda, Truggy Mike, and Kajora.
And we got Death Notes, we got Ryan, Mark, Oil of Hope, Benjamin Nova, Chad Romeo, Martin Renee, Leonardo Kim, Chris Sheepson,
Pedal Happy. See, I got Pedal Happy. That's what I haven't said in a while. Brock and Mr. Alert. And
look at all these people.
And Sandy and Shoddy over on LibrePay, because we got that as well.
You could be one of them too if Ben remembers to regenerate the credits.
Eventually it happens. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, have a great week. You're probably listening to this on Monday, so hope everything's going good for you. But just remember, the most important thing, die to fire. See you next week. I miss our happy music.
We can make our own, damn it.
Five dudes.